Disclaimer, if you're new here, hi, welcome. But you should know JD, that's me, is not a fan of Tiny Desk.
Let's do the Lox first.
The Lox, living off experience, they are now calling themselves the most loyal group. I keep hearing them say that, and I think that's fly. The most loyal group in hip hop. I really
Yes,
like that.
I heard them say
Uh,
that. I did.
and I mean, we can't even argue it. I've never heard about any beef or arguments or problems or possible splits. Uh, and I do want to say something that hurt my feelings. I'm going to overshare on this podcast for once.
Okay.
They said in their Tiny Desk that their 30th anniversary tour is going on and tickets are on sale. I'm very sad. They canceled the show I was going to go to in New Orleans.
Oh, right. Yeah. Ooh.
I was like, but that's not true. They're not on sale everywhere because y'all canceled the whole show. Like,
Yeah.
I was excited.
Yeah.
So I was also happy to get this Tiny Desk because at least I still got to see the Lox
You
this
did.
year? Question mark. You know.
Question mark.
And if anyone wants to buy me Lox
Oh,
tickets to a
stop it.
show, you
Here
know,
we go. Get out of here. Anyway.
I will gladly accept Lox tickets to a
hmm
show.
I'll refrain from what I want to say.
Just as long as it's okay for my daughter to hear it, she's nearby.
That is why I will refrain from what I
Oh,
want
okay.
to
Well, then
say.
that's it then. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So, since I am a Tiny Desk hater, why don't you start? Because I'm sure you're going to start with love.
The Lox, they look good. They look like
Okay.
they eat their veggies
Yes, they do. In fact,
and
they
drink
drink
their
them.
water. Yeah, I know
They
they got
drink
the
them.
juice bar. One of them is the juice bar, and then there's the cafe, and they listed out all of the
Juice for
cool,
Life
fun
is
things they're
Styles
doing.
Peace Company, but I am told, I don't know how true it is, I haven't researched it, but I have heard rather
Mhm.
that Jadakiss is a partial owner in Juice for Life, in the Juice for Life company.
Yeah, so they look good. All right, all of them look like I said. They look hydrated, and that is they look like they eat their veggies. They look like they get in a little walk every now and again, maybe a little run, maybe they go to the gym and lift a couple weights. I feel like I want to start there because I feel like the rap dudes have really been taking care of themselves. Like the
Okay,
ones that
that's
are in
good.
their 50s or pushing 50, like they've been taking care of themselves, and I appreciate that. I said that the other day, but I must say that again because I looked at them and I said, they're aging well. Um, I always get a kick out of Jadakiss. Jadakiss always does something or says something that just kind of, makes you feel giggly.
Right.
Um, this was no different.
Agreed.
Yes, I am pacing myself to get to the actual
I
performance.
know you're making me nervous because I thought you was gonna be the one that be like, I love this. This was so good. And hearing the strings and the live instrumentation, it was awesome. And you haven't said shit about the performance yet, so I'm very nervous right now.
So the performance wasn't bad.
Uh-oh.
The performance wasn't bad. I enjoyed seeing the Lox. I enjoyed hearing some songs that I haven't heard in a minute. Um, I didn't like. I Get High. I didn't like the way they did that. Was that like a Was the chorus that they did, the hook? Excuse me, I'm old. The hook that they did. What was that they were chanting? Was that a part of the original song?
It is not, but it is
I,
something that people who smoke say often. Method Man has said it many times on records. They were chanting, roll that shit, light that shit, smoke it.
I didn't like that. I think
Okay.
if they would have done it like once, it would have been fine. Or like at the end of it, it would have been fine. But to replace the hook, and I don't know if it's because it's being filmed. I don't know if like NPR had some sort of needed them to clean up a chorus that really just says "I get high." I don't know if that's what it was, because I know the woman was singing it behind them, but you could barely hear her.
Okay.
S During that song, you could barely hear her when she was singing that. You were mainly hearing them speak about just hearing them do the smoke that shit, whatever it was. I didn't like that. I didn't care for that. I was like, but I really like this song, but I don't like
The
that.
smoke, the smoke that shit or whatever.
I also want to talk about
Uh,
them in the band, right? Ooh, and I might be mixing up Tiny. No, okay, that's a different. Okay, never mind. The band I thought was great. Like that, hearing them over a band was great. I mean, I love live music, so hearing anybody over a band usually is a good thing. Um, when I saw the strings come in, I knew I was gonna be happy
okay.
because I love me some string instruments and some hip hop. Bring in the strings, okay? Bring
Bring
in
in
the
the
strings.
strings.
Always bring in the strings. So I thought that was cool.
Is bring in the strings Hove? Does Hove say that?
I don't know who
I
says
feel
that.
like that's from a song. Like, somebody bring in the strings.
I
Whatever.
feel
Go
like
ahead.
it's not bringing the strings. I feel like it's bringing something else, but I'm saying bring the strings.
It's
Um,
okay. It sounded good.
Thank you. Also, I get that some of the songs were songs, or at least one of the songs was a song that Little Kim was a part of.
Yes. Money, power, respect.
Yeah, I didn't really care for the woman that was supposed to be
What?
representative of Lil Kim. No,
I thought she did a good job on all the songs, to be
I didn't
honest.
say that she did a bad job. I said I just didn't care for it. Um,
Got it.
yeah, I'm not saying she did a bad job. Just 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 because you do a good job doesn't mean it's my preference. Um,
Touche.
I just didn't care for it. I don't know what I wanted in place of that, but I don't think I wanted that.
You didn't like her saying money, power, respect.
No,
Got it.
I didn't enjoy that part. But again, I was excited to see the Locks. I thought they did. I thought they did a good job considering the I get high business. I didn't like that really. I didn't, and the money, power, respect thing I
The
didn't like
triple down is
either.
crazy.
What? What'd you
I said the triple down is crazy.
say? I
Nigga
hated
said,
that.
nigga said, I gotta let y'all know a third time that I hated it.
Um, but I thought they sound good. Um, I just enjoy their energy, and yeah, I mean, yeah. But like, I don't want nobody replacing Lil Kim.
Okay. Understood. I mean, she didn't spit her verse. She just did the.
Nah, but the hooks, it just sounded weird to me. I'm
Okay.
trying to think of other things because I feel like there was another big thing that I wanted to say, but I don't remember at this time. So please jump in.
Think about it
I'm
while I do
sure
my thing.
I'm sure you'll jog my memory.
Okay. Um. Well, once again, let me double down. I am not a fan of Tiny Desk, and I have a few reasons why. One of which I will say right now. I
Hmm.
feel like we don't get a lot of quality Tiny Desks. I feel like a lot of them just exist. People just go up there and then they just like, all right, whatever. It sounds like they're reading from a book, Jeezy. Or it sounds like, like it's just not super fly. And then like the time is weird. Like the most obscure artists get like 30 minutes. I'm like, the lock should have like 2 hours. Like, I don't understand. That's hyperbole. I'm exaggerating. But my point is, like, a lot of them are like 12 to 15 minutes. It's rare that you see 25 minutes, 30 minutes. And every time you do, it's an artist that's like, who is this? Or why this person? Right. And I'm not saying those people are not worthy and don't have enjoyable records. My point is, I don't ever understand why that act gets that time as opposed to other acts. That being said,
I don't think they have a set time. Maybe they have like a time frame, but I don't think they have a. It doesn't appear to me like you come here and perform for 30 minutes. It seems like they tell them you have within 30 minutes to perform, and then they perform however long they do.
well, I did some research. I went and scrolled
Okay.
through like the last year of Tiny Desk performances, and there's a lot, including like at home ones from when COVID was going on. I
Yeah,
scrolled back a
it's about
while,
13 years old, I believe.
didn't go that far back. But
Hmm.
my point is, a lot of them are like 13 minutes, which is a weird amount of time to do a performance, especially from popular artists, which a lot of the artists are popular, right? Like, it's not like they just be like, "Hey, Dashing D, you want to come perform?" And no,
Hey,
they
hey,
be,
hey! Not too much on me and the king of R&B.
but you don't have 2 hours worth of
Nope,
music, and so I understand
I'm the
that a
king of
lot of the
R&B. Of
people
course, I have
there,
2 hours worth of music.
I understand that a lot of people there have a following. So I'm not saying that they're calling bums to come perform, but it's weird. Like, yo, Willow has more time than the Lox.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that it.
Willow
I don't.
has more time than Kalani. One of the longest performances in a while is Big Sean. And I'm a Big Sean fan, but that's weird when the average time is like 13 minutes. Big Sean has like 26 minutes or 25 minutes. It's a weird thing. And so my biggest problem is the problem I had with this performance, which is when an artist or act does go up there and kills it, as soon as you start really having fun, it's over.
Oh yeah, because after the strings came in, it was only like 2 songs, and then it was over, and it was like, ah man, I want a little bit
It's
more.
over.
Yeah. No.
Now,
Yeah.
I know there are some who say that increases the watchability because since it was short, maybe you'll watch it 800 times. I'm not watching it 800 times. My problem again is, in this instance especially, I enjoyed the Lox. They gave us a good blend of music. Everybody got their solo shine and group shine off. They
Mm-hmm.
made sure everyone was able to perform one of their joints. I love the way they did it. Even the intro, even though they kind of teased us at the intro, because I thought they were going to perform that song and they skipped it. But even the intro, right? They gave us all these different sounds. Everybody got their shine. I think they did a phenomenal job. But as soon as you get into it, it's over. I don't enjoy that. Like, give me a full half hour. Give me a full performance. This is like half a show. You got to watch like 4 of these to feel like you really had a show. Now, going to the Lock specifically,
That's kind of the point.
yeah, but I don't like that. And that's
I know. I
that's
get
one
it.
of my many gripes.
I get
And
it.
so I was thoroughly enjoying this and then it ended. I watched it with a group of people and I did not think that We Gonna Make It was gonna be the last record. One of the people was like, "Yeah, I assumed that that was gonna be the last record once it came on." I was like, "Man, I was having a blast. I didn't think that was gonna be the last record. I guess it makes sense that it does, but I just feel like the Lox has so many joints. This could have went on for hours. Like I also found out doing research, there's a Wu Tang Tiny Desk. It's 20 minutes. You think I want to watch Wu Tang for only 20 minutes? No, I want to watch Wu Tang forever. Like pun intended. It's too short. It's too short. Now, I think Homegirl killed it. I think she did a phenomenal job doing all of the music that she did.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think she did a good job being the sample on I Get High. I think she did a good job being the sample on By Your Side, one of my favorite Jadakiss records. I think she did a great job being the hook Little Kim's hook on Money, Power, Respect.
Mhm.
I thought she was great. I thought they chose somebody who had the bravado, the swag to do this, and I think she did a phenomenal job. I wish they put her name up there so we could follow her and see what else she does. Maybe she's nobody. Maybe she's just a friend who they thought could do this. I don't know, but she did a great job.
Oh, she's
Um,
talented. Definitely. It just, when something is so familiar to you and you want to hear it like the way it was intended, it's kind of hard to, it was hard for me to disconnect from what I know it to sound like.
I can understand that because that actually leads to my next critique. Some of these songs were like the jazzy versions of the song. I don't want to hear
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
I don't want
if
to
we're
hear the
gonna,
jazzy rendition
okay.
of the Lox music. I want to hear the Lox music, how it sounds.
Mm,
I want to hear the Lox music sound like the Lox music. I don't want to hear it sound like we jazzed it up for the performance. No, I don't want that. I didn't come to a jazz concert. I don't expect the Lox to sound jazzy. I didn't dig that. I wanted it to sound like it sounds. And so I didn't enjoy some of the renditions of these songs.
mm,
Um, Also, the next time that we have strings that are going to be on whisper, we should put a microphone in front of them or something because the strings were beautiful, but they were so low that it was like they were just whispering to us. Not a good look, especially when the strings on that song are supposed to be the dominant sound on the beat.
mm,
And I know I'm being very critical here, but that's my critique. I think the Lox did a phenomenal job. They're finishing each other's lyrics and jumping in and supporting each other. I think they did a great job with record selection and balance, but I didn't enjoy those things. The jazzy renditions, I think, were not really my favorite. And also, the microphone or something needed to be done to enhance the dominance of the strings. The strings sounded good. The people playing it looked good. You know what I'm saying? I thought my cousin was up there. I said, man, that guy looks kind of like me up there with the strings. And I recognized him from the Jeezy Tiny Desk. I said, oh, he must be Tiny Desk go-to strings guy. And Homegirl was up there with her tan line showing. You know what I mean? She was playing the strings. She was looking good. She just came fresh off the beach for us. I appreciate that. I noticed those details. You know what I'm saying? The guy's glasses were
can't say
better
that
than
either.
mine, though. The guy's glasses were better than mine. These are my glasses. He had more stylish glasses. His were more boxy, too. He was doing his
Mm,
thing. He had the 5 o'clock shadow, too. I said, oh, look at my cousin on the strings. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I thought that it was great. But my critique was the same as it normally is. As I was having a blast, I was really enjoying this. I thought, man, what are they gonna do next? And what they're doing next is saying goodbye. And so I didn't enjoy that part.
I mean, I hear you. I know you've had your qualms with Tiny Desk for a long time. I think that Tiny Desk is a very specific thing, and if you look at the origins of Tiny Desk, it was never meant to be the big concert that, some
Yeah,
people
it's a
might
fake
hope for it
unplugged.
to be. Hmm?
It's like the modern day unplugged, but I said it's a fake unplugged.
Well, it wasn't. That's not even really what the intention was. The guy who started it, he went to South by Southwest, and he could not hear the artists over the crowd, and so he made a joke about, hearing. I should just have them come perform at my desk because the sound would be so much better.
Got it.
And that was how Tiny Desk was born.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
cool. I'll tell you
so
more of my issues when we get to Kalani.
which is fine. But we have to also remember, like, I I don't know. I feel like it's a lower your expectations situation because of the fact that these are NPR employees that are like standing near the cubicles in the office watching this performance. It's not like this. It's not, it was. I don't think it was ever meant to be this sophisticated. It's grown, but I don't think it was ever meant to be like this. I don't think it was ever meant to be long. I don't know what the disparity is. Like I don't know why some shows are 27 minutes and some are 17 minutes. I don't know the answer to that question. I've looked for that answer when you hit me off pod the other day. I actually tried to do some research as well and figure out why the timing is the way it is. That I did not find. I did the same thing you did, and I flipped through them and could see like last month there was a bunch of 20 something minute tiny desks, but
Yeah.
this month they all seem to be less than 20 minutes. I don't know what that means. I don't know what the logic is
And
behind it.
I just want to be clear. I'm not hating on Willow or Big Sean or Neo or anybody else who got 20 minutes or 25 minutes. I'm just saying I don't understand the way this is selected of who gets that amount of time and who doesn't. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because like especially like the Lox and Kalani, although they may be looked at as very different sides of this musical spectrum, I'm huge fans of both. Like I bump the Lox and Kalani all the time. So I would have enjoyed 25 minutes of both acts.
I just don't think it has anything to do with. I thought that at first. I said maybe it's the caliber of artists. I don't think it has anything to do with that.
Me either.
Because when you look through it, it doesn't seem to align. An artist that you would think is less known than another one doesn't necessarily mean that they have a shorter one. So I
Right.
don't really know what it is. If anybody knows, please let us know. Put it in our
Right.
comments. We would
Like
appreciate it.
Thames also got 20 minutes for her second Tiny Desk that just came out a little while
Right.
ago.
And I don't remember how much the original was because I know I watched the original
The
one.
at home ones, they seem to have given people more leeway, but I
Which
think it's
makes
just
sense.
because it was at your crib, you were doing a solid during COVID.
Yeah.